welcome to InfoComm 2025 in Orlando. I'm Lisa with DataVisual, and we're here to bring InfoComm to you. Today we're here with Didier Rosez from Televic, and I'm sure most of you have already met him. What have we got to show us today, Didier?
All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, friends from Canada. We're here live at InfoComm, and we'll just do a tour on our booth so you're up to speed with all the new stuff. So what we're starting with is something that I'm really excited about. So when we actually introduced our multimedia stations, we start to see that there was a lot of potential also in more corporate environments. As you know, in more corporate environments, we've always been very known for meetings that have a certain structure to their meetings. So we're using queuing systems, etc. Now, if you move into more corporate spaces, there's a lot more collaborative meeting environments. So what we've done in our multimedia engines, we introduced what we call a hands-free mode. So that means that the conversation can really flow. So we brought that to all our products. But what we don't also seen is that the multimedia aspect, the all-in-one portion, so we have the microphone, the loudspeaker, we have the screen, and we have the camera, we have a package that is ideal for hybrid meeting spaces. So combining all of that, what we've seen is that we solve not only line-of-sight issues, so people not seeing a screen, but also the second portion of the line-of-sight issues is cameras to participants. So ending up with, as a remote participant, looking to somebody's cheek all the time. So what we've done here is we created an all-in-one package where somebody starts to speak, the camera is right there, so you have a more intimate conversation with the people at the far end. So it's really solving that whole hybrid meeting experience and elevating the meeting experience for hybrid meetings. What we show here is an integration into Zoom. One of the things that we've pitched a lot with our Pro version, which is the full option multimedia station, when we introduced that to more corporate meeting spaces, it was always like, we're really interested in the concept of it, but the price point was just a little bit too much. So what we've done, we stripped down a lot of the functionality here, and we introduced a new station, looks exactly the same, but in terms of functionality, we only focus on the audio and the video portion and the hybrid. So this is about a 35% less than a Pro, and it focuses really on what is needed for those corporate meeting spaces. So what we have here, and maybe we can have a closer look a little bit, is we integrate it into a Zoom call. Because of the fact that it runs on our Plexus architecture, we can have up to 6 video streams. So what we've done with the Zoom in this case here is that multiple microphones can be active at the same time, so that people can actually see who is speaking in the meeting space, not only one person, but also see a conversation. So this opens up the whole meeting experience where people start to see, as a remote participant, you see people that are in a conversation and you see non-verbal communication. So again, opening up that whole meeting experience and elevating that hybrid meeting spaces as well. So the multi-stream capabilities is definitely one of the key elements here. We show it here with Zoom. Teams has also released a multi-stream capability, so that can also be integrated into a Teams call. From a software point of view, we have stripped down the whole interface, so made it really simple. Just have the multi-stream capabilities, and that's about it. So really user-friendly from an end user's point of view. For the integrators, from an integrator's point of view, we've also introduced our video matrix in a web-based interfacing. So everything in terms of audio routing, video routing is now available on our Confero platform. So very simple to install and set up. Where can we see this being applied? Think about council chambers, think about corporate meeting spaces, boardrooms, but also where we see a lot of value is traveling kits. So nowadays everything needs to be hybrid. So if you have stations like this, it's an all-in-one solution. So you don't have to put up screens, you don't have to have somebody that operates the camera. So really simple to install, and you immediately have a hybrid meeting space, which is also elevating it for the end users. So this is Pro. core, and if the 10-inch is not sufficient, we also have the capabilities to actually expand this to bigger screens. So this is called UniCost. We also have UniBox, so it's the electronics of that UniCost devices, where we can bring it to a bigger screen via HDMI and USB for the touch. So the exact same functionality, the power of that UniCost platform, but then on a bigger screen. All right, so that's it for our multimedia stations. So think about corporate meeting spaces and flexibility for your hybrid meeting spaces. We move on to our Derno system here. What is really unique about the Derno system is that it's an entry-level platform, ideal for hybrid meeting spaces, but we also developed the Derno system specifically to go into courtroom applications. So again, hybrid and corporate applications, but also for courtrooms. So this is a discussion-only system. This is the AE central control unit. What we've done here is that we've added two USB interfaces. So one is for your UC platform, so you can easily connect it to a Teams, Zoom, Google, and whatnot. The second portion is, as you know, in courts everything needs to be on the record, so that live hands-free mode is also applicable in our Derno system. But what's more is that we can do separation for recording. So we can have an 8x8 USB that goes immediately into recording applications like Liberty, like For the Record, like JAVS. So a very simple way to get multi-channel audio into recording applications for courtrooms. Not only is that available on the USB, but we also have a digital interface, so it supports AES-67. So again, that audio routing is capable or is available in the Derno system as well. We've done a lot of cooperations with DSP manufacturers. Here on the booth we also show it in with Biamp, but that can also be Zilica, any DSP of choice actually, right? So that's the Derno system. So again, think about smaller municipalities, think about travel cases, but definitely where we want to go after here is also courtroom applications. Okay, so Derno. So let's move on, and it's a little bit less crowded, so that's easier here to what most of you will already know. So this is our Plexus portion of the booth, where we showcase our mix and match functionality. So here it's really about how do we combine both wired and wireless communication, but also have the capability to bring in multimedia into the mix. So in a lot of cases, either if you have budget restrictions, or you have applications where some of the people sit with their backs to the screens, you give them a multimedia device, but people in the room can have normal audio stations. So we have the capability to play around with both applications, but also on a budget level we can scale up and down with the Plexus network. Software also, everything on the Confero side of things. What we've also done and expanded on is the fact that we now have the capability to have more detailed diagnostics. So if I'm switching to the live page here, go to the advanced, we have capabilities to check port errors. If you have network extenders, you will see the power live in from the ports. And also very handy here is that we create on the fly diagrams of how the installation has been done. So you can take a snapshot of that, and that would basically be your commissioning document on how you leave the system, and then from there you would see if something happens in the diagnostics page here. Obviously, still very popular is our wireless. Things here, very easy, multiple microphone options. We have a low profile option as well. So for those applications that don't really want to have like a gooseneck, we have the low profile option as well. And then from the From the wireless portion, dual battery capabilities, 12 hours on a full charge, so definitely reliable for longer types of meetings. So here, really, the mix and match is what we highlight. What we also have available is our integration with Crestron, so there's a Crestron module available, and what is more is that we are natively supported by the Crestron One Beyond platform, so the intelligent camera system works hand in hand with our Plexus network, and there again that hands-free comes into play for that. Last portion of the tour here, and then we'll wrap it up, is about our Unite system. So Unite is a wireless communication system that can be used for a multitude of applications. So think about assisted listening, think about tour guides, think about accessibility. What we have here is that we tie our system into an AI application. So the AI application will basically take the English into our Unite transmitter. The transmitter is connected via a USB or Bluetooth to a cell phone or a tablet, which translates it to Spanish. So you will see the Spanish translation here, but it also goes to audio. And that audio can then be transferred to the receiver so people can listen into the Spanish. So I'm having Kira here. So Kira will demonstrate how it works. So she has transmitter over here, and maybe I'll hand the microphone to you.
Yes. But your conference coming up. Hi, yeah. So I'm wearing a Unite transmitter. I've got the lapel body, or the lapel microphone up on my collar here. I am speaking, as you can see, it's captioning here up on the screen. What I'm saying in English, we also have that Spanish interpretation there. And then via audio, we are utilizing the Bluetooth secondary transmitter to get it out. The solution really is providing you the hardware and the clear quality audio. You take it wherever you need. If that goes from AI interpretation to a live, if you could hear that. So we've got an AI interpretation, maybe that's a virtual interpreter or even a live interpreter. You can use the same device with our interfaces. We give you, again, he mentioned the Bluetooth capability. We also have USB bidirectional and line in. So there's different options that you can use to bring audio into our system and send it out for whatever you need with Unite. Thank you.
Thanks, Kira. So as you can see, a very versatile system, so you can use it in collaboration with AI tools as well. This AI can also be brought in all our other systems. This can also be done with subtitling, for instance. So if you want to have one of your streams for the multimedia, so the core, you can provide a stream with Spanish. So in terms of accessibility, you can also use that with our other devices. So this was the tour. So Lisa,
thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this. And
it's a great option. And thank you everyone for tuning in. We're so glad you could join us here, and thank you LiveU for bringing us live to Canada when we just couldn't make it here. So we'll see you shortly at our next live broadcast. Have a great day, and thank you for joining in.
See you in Canada. Bye.